We are live from Las Vegas. I'm Diego Sanchez, president of HousingWire, and I'm joined today by Mortgage Cadence's head of MCP Essentials sales.
Yes.
Say that 3 times fast. Cindy Borden.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining me today, Cindy.
Thank you for having me, Diego.
So before we dive in, could you just introduce yourself and your role at Mortgage Cadence?
Yeah, so Cindy Borden, head of MCP Essentials sales, been with Mortgage Cadence since about 2012. And my role is to work with our prospective clients in delivering the MCP Essentials solution.
And you've been in the industry for over 3 decades at this point, on the lender side and now in tech.
Yes.
So what has that experience given you in terms of your perspective on how you should go to market with this product?
Yeah, over a lot of things have changed over 30 years, but I think one thing that has happened with that extensive experience, both at leadership roles at Weoki Credit Union and also at Mortgage Cadence, is I have a deep understanding of the mortgage process, right? And also with that process comes the challenges that lenders face and the opportunities that they have to make a difference in someone's life. And so for me, I have a clear understanding of the process, and I have sat where those people have sat. I have faced the same opportunities and those same challenges, and especially when it comes to doing more, better, and faster, right? And so in working with our current clients, I really have seen their need to have something that is more configurable and flexible in their loan origination system.
So what is Essentials? It's a new platform that Mortgage Cadence has launched. What is it from your perspective?
Well, I'm glad that you asked that, because to clarify something, it's not a new platform. It's a new offering on our existing MCP platform. So we launched MCP platform back in October 2021. And since that time, we have originated hundreds of thousands of compliant loans, right? But by extending that system, by enhancing it really with MCP Essentials, what we aim to do is offer some unique advantages that our clients would have the opportunity to streamline their operations, to improve their efficiencies, and achieve better outcomes, right? More, better, faster. And one of the ways that we do that is through our pre-configured workflow, but yet that, even though it's pre-configured, we still maintain the flexibility and configuration that we feel is a differentiator in the mid-market space.
Let's talk more about differentiating. There are several other LOSs that have significant market share. How do you differentiate from those other LOSs that are on the market?
Right. One of the things I think for me that is really outstanding is that MCP Essentials is one truly end-to-end solution. So it will be delivered with a modern point of sale, the LOS. It has an embedded doc preparation solution and a document management solution all in one database, right? So there's no need for various vendors to help you, get through that loan process.
Yeah, let's dive deeper on those differentiators. How else are you differentiating in this marketplace?
Well, we took our over 25 years in the mortgage technology business and worked to develop a best practices workflow while still maintaining that configurability and flexibility that our lenders need. And one of the examples of that is our UI designer. So with the UI designer, the lenders have the ability to create a page that is specific to their lender needs. MCP Essentials will be delivered with over 1,500 miscellaneous data fields they can use that's relevant to their business. And in addition, those fields can be mapped into the doc preparation solution without any sort of additional cost.
So can they customize those over 1,000 different fields into their own sort of flow and application process?
Yes, they can be creating those pages. It's not going to break the model. It's not going to have anything to do with changing the workflow that would cause issues with the next upgrade. And so they can take that information, curtail it to their specific needs, to maybe their niche products or data that they feel is relevant to their business, and still maintain the model.
So I did some research about your platform, and one of the things that you talk a lot about as a company is trying to avoid this sort of Band-Aid approach and this patch approach. How do you do that in your product development process?
I think one way that we have tried to avoid the Band-Aid approach with temporary fixes is that MCP Essentials has adopted an API-first response that allows seamless integrations with third-party providers, which is really important in the mortgage business. And so you have integrations with various points of sale systems. You have integrations with companies like Optimal Blue. And I believe that really allows our clients to have some sort of robust and modern solution to get their business accomplished.
And I imagine it also helps because you want to provide your clients with sort of one single and reliable source of data and truth. So I imagine that API infrastructure gives you that ability.
Right, I think that's really important. You want to make sure that you have the single source of data that's reliable and consistent, because it doesn't do any good to originate a loan if it's not compliant, right? And so I think the fact that we have the ability to have those integrations so that you have a single source of record, right? Also, we offer a point of sale, but if a lender wants to choose another point of sale, then we have the ability to integrate with that too, because that may be best for their business, and just, bring all that. So I think the fact that we have the seamless approach to those integrations really will help our lenders be successful.
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of flexibility and customization. Those seem to be keys to this product that you've built.
That, in addition, also to automation. One of the things that we're looking at is routine tasks such as ordering a credit report, ordering a flood zone determination, can be done automatically. And as long as the data that's returned meets certain criteria, then there's no intervention by the user, right? So that if an underwriter is reviewing a file, things that maybe they can focus on are the exceptions and not the routine checks. And we just believe that really leads to more efficiencies within their job role and managing their workflow.
So you've been at Mortgage Cadence for over a decade now, but it seems like some new things are percolating over the past year. Isn't it an exciting time to be at Mortgage Cadence?
It is very exciting for me to see this come to fruition. We feel that one of the great benefits of MCP Essentials is that it offers enterprise-level capabilities without the additional costs and administrative requirements that some of those enterprise solutions are known for. We feel it could be revolutionary in the market. And for me to be able to be a part of that is inspiring and just truly exciting.
What do you think comes next as we move through 2025 and hopefully an improving housing market and origination market?
I think the last few years, it's hard, we would have never predicted what would have happened in 2020 with historically low rates during a pandemic. And I feel like with Essentials, it's going to be scalable. So whether we do see a drop in rates and lenders have the ability then to scale up, if we can do more, better, faster with less people, that helps keep their costs down. We believe that MCP will be cost efficient. Rolling out MCP Essentials and having a chance to help lenders close loans more efficiently, more productively with the configurability and flexibility that the system offers. I think that the potential is endless at this point.
Yeah, and that's the key, right? We want to help lenders grow their revenue and grow origination without necessarily having the boom and bust in hiring.
Right. And I think we've seen that over the years. Nobody wants to lay a team off, right? So if you can have your system fully maximized to its potential, by using the automation, the AI capabilities that will be in the system, hopefully they will be able to grow their mortgage business as well. And that's good for all parties. That's a win-win.
Well, Cindy, this has been a really interesting conversation. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you, Diego. I appreciate the opportunity.